everybody and welcome. Today is Monday, December 15th, and I have a little less than a week to finish all of my crafty holiday projects and getting ready for Christmas in California because I will be traveling next Sunday to the US to spend the holidays with my family. I will be there for a total of 4 weeks. I'll be spending 3 weeks on the West Coast with my family and then a week on the East Coast where I'm from with my childhood friends. And I'm so excited, but I have so much to do. I have finished all of the holiday preparation here, just about, that I wanted to do here with friends and family here, but now I need to prepare for there. And I have a lot of crafty projects that I'm going to be preparing or doing in this week, and so I thought it'd be interesting to take you along with me for a holiday crafting preparation week because first I will be sewing a project for a gift for my sister. I will be also planning crafty projects to bring with me on this trip because I have never been away from my sewing machine for so long and I know that I will be creatively frustrated if I don't bring something with me. So I have a few ideas, but it has to be light and portable and easy to set up and take down because I like to be available for any spontaneous outings with my family. And so there's that. I need to pack as well for both climates, sunny California and snowy Massachusetts. And that's going to be complicated, but I'll be bringing mostly handmade clothes, so I'll show you what I've picked out to bring. I haven't selected them yet. I have a week. And then lastly, I absolutely want to make a wreath this year, and this is something that I tell myself I'm going to do every single year. We have this lovely Christmas tree that my husband and I bought 2 weeks ago, and I always need to trim it a little bit to get it to fit in our space and so that it's sort of even and lovely. And so I have the trimmings, and every year I gather all of the other ingredients that I want to make my wreath out of, and then I don't have time to do it, and it's been years, and this year I am going to make my wreath. I have said it, and now I need to do it. So for today, I will not be doing that. I will be tidying up my sewing room and then cutting out the project for my sister. I will be making a second pair of Seamwork Joss pants, an exact copy of the pants that I made for myself in a checked brown wool fabric, 100% wool fabric from Sacré Coupon here in Paris. And I have just enough to make a second pair because as soon as I made the first pair and put it on, I thought, oh, my sister would love this. This is exactly her style. So I'm going to make a second pair. It's going to be a little bit complicated because it is a checked fabric, and I discovered while making the first pair that I actually do care, and it is noticeable if the checks aren't lined up. And they're tiny checks, they're less than a centimeter apart. So that's gonna take some time, but it is about 3:30 in the afternoon. I have about 45 minutes of light left, natural lighting. It's actually been kind of nice today, but yeah, it's gloomy and dark this season, so I'm going to be taking advantage of the natural light to cut that out immediately. And yeah, I think maybe start sewing today as well, but we'll see. Good morning. It is now the next day and I am all ready to make my wreath. It's about 11:30 in the morning and the light is kind of gloomy today, but I think it'll be okay. And so let me show you what I'll be putting on my wreath. So first I have my base, and then I have the cuttings for my Christmas tree. They've kind of dried out a little bit because I cut them about a week ago, but they would have dried on the wreath anyway, so I think that'll be okay. Then I have holly that I purchased at a florist's that I need to cut into smaller pieces and be careful with because it's very sharp. I also have this dried eucalyptus. It's dyed red, and what I didn't realize is that the dye is still dripping even 2 months after drying, and so I need to be very careful because that dye stains. It's pretty easy to wash off hands, but not off of clothes or wood, so I've protected my table. And then I have some other dried flowers. I picked some status at a local farm where they sell fruits, veggies, and flowers that you can pick yourself, and I've been drying this since early October, so they are definitely finished and ready, and I have this really nice white color and then a slightly pinky color to sort of imitate snow in my wreath. And then I have some dried orange slices that I prepared in advance, and this is my first time doing this, but I think they turned out okay. And then I also have some cinnamon sticks to tie up and put in my wreath, some florist wiring in gold and in green, and then also some little gold bells that I can attach to add some sparkle or shine to my wreath as well. And then most importantly, I have some wire-edged ribbon. It's double-sided, but I think I'll use the red side to make a bow to go on my wreath. So now I'm all started. I just need to cut my holly and eucalyptus into smaller pieces and then start assembling. I've watched a few video tutorials on how to do this, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. So it is now about 2:30, a few hours later, and that took a while. But I'm really happy with the way the wreath turned out, and now my home is properly ready for the holidays, even though I'm leaving in 6 days. It'll be there when I get back, I think. And I understand better now why I didn't do it previous years. It does take a good amount of time. And my hands are all cut up from the holly, so I'll have to put some lotion on them later, but it stings. I was thinking of wearing gloves, but then I wouldn't have the dexterity of my fingers, so anyway. Now I'd like to spend the afternoon working on my sister's pants, her Joss pants. So I'm gonna start that now, probably so until the evening. And yeah, hopefully I'll get a good part of it done today, because tomorrow and Thursday I will be in the city for appointments and I won't be able to work on it very much. So I'm going to try and sew quickly and efficiently for at least 3 hours and then maybe collapse because I'm already tired. So wish me luck. Hello everybody, it is now Saturday afternoon and welcome to my living room floor. I am almost all ready. So the last few days have been incredibly busy and I wasn't able to film and I wasn't really able to do what I wanted to do anyway. I had appointments and pharmacy runs and all kinds of things to get done, medical appointments. So yeah, now I'm ready, and even though I have less than a day left to prepare, I think I have everything ready. So everything in the house, I've laid out all the clothes that I want to bring. So let me show you that now. Oh, and also I finished preparing the present for my sister. So that I did off camera because it was late into the night and difficult to film. But I inserted the elastic at the waistband. I added about 5 centimeters to the length of the elastic and just sewed it down to the elastic. So there's kind of a thick part here where it's not really gathering very easily. But because I want her to try it on and see if it's too tight, too loose, and then I can adjust it. I can always unpick the stitching I did here. And then my mother has a sewing machine, I'm not sure what kind, I think a Singer, at home. So if I can use that, because my parents actually just moved, so I'm discovering their new house. They just moved like 2 weeks ago, so we'll have to unearth the sewing machine in that case. But hopefully it'll fit just fine, and I'll just be able to trim that extra elastic off and then sew down the waistband by hand. And then I also basted the hem in place. I didn't press it or anything, so it's a very loose hem so that she can try it on and figure out if the length works for her, and then if so, I'll sew it down permanently. If not, we'll fiddle with it and then I'll sew it down permanently by hand. So I need to bring a needle, some thread that I'm going to pre-wax, lengths of thread, and then my embroidery scissors and a measuring tape just in case. But yeah, that is ready to be gifted, packaged, and first packed. So I just did that in reverse order. Packed, packaged, and then gifted. So now let me show you all of the pieces I'm going to bring, because it's mostly handmade items and it's going to be kind of complicated because I'm leaving for 4 weeks. I'm going to California for 3 weeks, where it is between 55 and 70 degrees and pretty sunny, a little bit rainy, but pretty sunny. And then I'm going to the East Coast. I'll be between Boston, Connecticut, and then we're going with my friends to a little town in Massachusetts for a weekend getaway with friends. And I know it's snowing there and below zero. So I need to pack for both temperatures and be very careful about bulk, because I know I have a lot of gifts to bring, and then I like to bring back a lot of things from the US to France. I need to bring back molasses, for example. So anyway, let me show you that now. For bottoms, I'm only bringing 3 because I've noticed that when I go to the US, I mostly want to wear pants and casual clothes, clothes that are easy to move around in, and that's what I've been drawn to this season anyway because I'm now working from home. And so I'm bringing both of my Seamwork Joss pants, so the exact match to what I just made for my sister. So maybe we can take a picture together with our matching Joss pants in this light brown check wool, and then also my second pair that I just recently made in this dark gray herringbone wool that's a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to be bringing this True Bias skirt. I can't remember the name of it, the Blair skirt. It's my midi length True Bias Blair skirt. I won't be able to unfold all of my pieces because that will take forever to refold, but this one's easier. And it's in this dark green, beautiful color, and it does wrinkle a little bit. It's in a cool wool, so I might have to borrow my mom's iron when I get there, because I was thinking of wearing this for Christmas. They're hosting Christmas at their place, and my family, my aunts, uncles, and cousins will be coming to my parents' place, and we're gonna have a big Christmas together, so I'm excited, and I thought I'd wear this because I did not have the opportunity to make myself a Christmas outfit like I wanted to. I had big plans, and then that quickly got pushed aside. And then I'll be bringing 2 dresses, which is a record for me. I have never brought more or equal amount of pants to dresses and skirts. Very strange. So I'll be bringing my Sew Over It Heather dress in this black double knit fabric that I love, and it's super comfy, super cozy, very stretchy, so it'll be easy to wear. And then I will also bring my Vogue, I can't remember the number, but it is a polka dot wrap dress that I made many, many years ago, and this one I will not unfold because it's slinky, but I'll put up a picture for you. So that one I think it will be better for California wear, especially if we're walking around outside in the sun. It's gonna get pretty toasty, I think. And then, speaking of the California sun, I will be bringing a bathing suit just in case. This is my Closet Core Patterns Sophie swimsuit that I made a few years ago in these really lovely colors. This used to be a darker periwinkle and now it's sort of faded with time and chlorine. But I don't think we'll go swimming in the ocean, but I know my parents have a jacuzzi, and if they've set it up, they might not have, but in case I'm invited to go into a jacuzzi, I would like to be prepared. So there's that. And then for sweaters, I will be bringing my cable knit sweater by Two of Wands, my Cornwall cable knit sweater that I finished a year ago, I think. This one I will be wearing on the plane because it's very bulky and it's going to take up a lot of my suitcase otherwise, and I am perpetually cold on planes, so I will be fine with this and it'll keep bulk out of my suitcase. Then I'm going to bring my Seamwork Callen sweater in this wool and polyester blend fabric in a gray, sort of marled gray color. I love this, and with this I'll be bringing a few Edie tops to wear underneath it. So I have an Edie top in black and then dark blue that go perfectly underneath the Seamwork Callen sweater. It matches up to the neckline and the sleeves, and so I can keep this scratchy wool fabric off of my skin and not have like a t-shirt crew neck neckline showing through. So that's perfect. So I'll be bringing these. I'll also be bringing a third silver Edie top in this sort of waffle knit cotton stretch. This one is a bit stained and I've been meaning to make another one, but I haven't gotten to it yet. That'll be a winter plan. And then I'm bringing two other sweater knits. So this is my Tabor V-neck sweater with the 3/4 length sleeves in a white double knit fabric and mostly viscose. And then also the same exact black double knit fabric that I made my heather silver heather dress in that I'm bringing. I also made a Coralie Bijasson Ehola tee with 3/4 length sleeves, and it's super, super soft. I wear it kind of like a sweater, like a light sweater, and I think it'll be perfect for California. Speaking of Ehola tees, I'll also be bringing lighter versions in both white and black because they're really versatile, and these are both cotton knits, so light, easy to wear. For cardigans, I'm going to be bringing 4 different cardigans, so 2 ready-to-wear cardigans in this lighter cotton knit fabrics in black and white, and then 2 handmade cardigans. So my Helen's Closet Blackwood cardigan in this sort of dark raspberry wool jersey. It is a little bit itchy, but it keeps me nice and warm, and it's holiday color themed. And then I will be bringing my new Seamwork Fig cardigan, which I finished very recently, and it's in this light taupe color, and it's in the same double knit fabric as my Ehola top and heather dress, so I absolutely love this double knit fabric, and I've been making it in all different kinds of garments lately. I did modify it a little bit since the last time I presented it to you in my last video, my Fall Makes video, because I noticed that when I was wearing it, when I unbuttoned it and had it sort of open, the collar piece, or the seam allowance of the collar, was sort of hanging out there and not looking very good, and so I finished the seam allowances with my faux overlock stitch with my just regular sewing machine along the collar and then also the button band, and then I sewed down with this 3-point zigzag stitch along the collar of the cardigan just to sort of hold it in place, and I think it looks a lot neater now. I didn't sew it down at the button band because I didn't want that extra detail there. I thought it would look too busy, but I think it looks fine, and it does stay better on the inside at the button band. But yeah, I will be bringing this because it'll go well with both, I think, my Seamwork Joss pants and my True Bias skirt. And yeah, now, oh, and pajamas. For pajamas, I will be bringing my Silver Luna pajama pants in this checked cotton flannel fabric. This is the same that I'm wearing now today, because today is a pajama day, and I'm not sorry. I've got too much to do, and I'm not leaving the house. Or I haven't planned to. And yeah, it's a bit lighter, so it'll work for California and the East Coast, because I'll be bringing leggings as well to wear underneath. So more viscose leggings to wear underneath this one, if I need to for warmth, and then wool leggings for underneath my Joss pants if I am freezing cold, and I probably will be on the East Coast. And then to go with that, for the pajamas, I will be bringing this other silver Edie top because I love sleeping in silver Edie tops. So yeah, that is everything I am bringing that is handmade. I will also be bringing a t-shirt and a pair of yoga pants just in case my dad wants to go for a hike, which He usually does, and I usually suffer, but it is time with my dad and usually beautiful views because he selects lovely paths. So it'll be a pleasure and pain at the same time. And oh, I thought I would bring this vintage silk scarf that I found in a vintage shop secondhand that I can wear with my Seamwork Callen sweater if I want to add some color to the neckline, or even, I think it would go, yeah, it would even go with the fig cardigan too. But yeah, just to add a little bit of color because it is very neutral and sort of dark, just so that all the pieces will work together easily. But yeah, I'm lacking a little bit of color in this in this selection. So now I just need to get everything neatly in my suitcase, pack all of my gifts, and then I will come back and show you what I will be bringing for travel crafts and the projects that I want to bring with me. So I am all packed now and pretty much ready to go. We have to leave at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow morning, so I wanted to make sure that most things were packed. I just have toiletries and things to add after using them tomorrow morning. But now I need to pack my crafty projects that I'm going to bring with me, and I have 5. So let's start with knitting. So my first option is this Bergliebe sweater that I've been working on by Isabel Kramer. It is a DK weight sweater with this ornate sort of yoke here, and then it's stockinette stitch all the way down. It is long sleeves, and then it has the same sort of pattern at the hems of both the sleeves and the body. And right now I have already separated for the sleeves and I am working all the way down in stockinette stitch. So that one would be bulkier than the second project I have planned, especially because stockinette stitch goes really quickly and I would probably have to bring all of my remaining yarn for this project because I might finish it in the next 4 weeks. But stockinette stitch is really easy to do while I'm watching TV or spending time with friends and family, so I wouldn't have to be studying the pattern, really concentrated, and not multitask at the same time. So that was an option. And then the second option is a pair of mittens. So this is a new pattern that just published by Alicia Plums, and it's called the Harborside Mitts, and they are fingerless mittens. And I love the design of this. It is inspired by New England wallpaper, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I finished a pair of fingerless mittens for my New England's Day, my week in New England. I'm not sure if I can knit that fast, but I've never made mittens before, so maybe I could. But because it's patterned and I've never worked in a chart before, I will have to pay more attention and concentrate more, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to concentrate on it if we're doing lots of activities with my friends and family. But it's much lighter. I have all of my needles already as these teeny tiny wooden circular needles because I don't like using, I want to try these instead of using the, is it the magic circle? Magic loop method, or double pointed needles. So I want to try this, see if it works, and I have all of these sizes that I might need because I'm anticipating that I'm going to have to size down a needle like usual. So I asked my husband his opinion on which one I should take, and he said, why not both? And I said, exactly. So I think I will. Why not? I'm there for 4 weeks. So then I wanted to bring a cross-stitch project because I love cross-stitching, and I found this just 2 days ago. I was walking around the 9th arrondissement of Paris, walking back to the metro, and I took a detour and I found a new haberdashery to me called Le Bonheur des Dames. I will put the address in the links below in the description if you'd like to check it out. But it is mostly an embroidery shop where you can buy embroidery and cross-stitching kits. Lots of them are in the old style or of monuments of Paris. But then there's also wool and knitting tools, a lot of Clover tools, the brand Clover, and it was just really cool. So I purchased this kit. It's a bookmark, and it's in the Delft patterns of porcelain from, I think, Holland. And so, yeah, I think that would be easy. It's not a whole lot of colors, but it's beautiful, and I could work on that. Then I want to bring this. This is a kit by Solstren Green, I think, Solstren Green, and it's little gnomes skiing. And I wanted to do this quickly when I get there so that I can attach them to my dad's Christmas gifts, maybe on the gift that I'm giving from my behalf and on my husband's behalf together. We bought something together, and then maybe to give to my mom to give to my dad because they've just moved into a new house. I'm sure they need more Christmas decorations. And my dad is a big snowboarder, not skier, but he used to ski a lot and he loves snow sports. And I'm obsessed with gnomes. I think they're really, really funny. My husband thinks they're kind of creepy, but that makes them all the more interesting for me. Because I get to sprinkle them around the house and kind of creep him out. It's a joke. He finds it funny, but I find these adorable and not creepy. And so, yeah, I want to make some skiing gnomes to attach to his Christmas present, and I think it'll go pretty quickly. All I need, I already opened it just to see what I'll need. I need a sewing needle, which I will already have with me, and a hot glue gun, and I think my mom has one, and if not, I can go out and buy one. It'll be fine. So there's that, and then the last project that I want to do is an embroidery project, and I have never done embroidery before. This is the third time that I've signed up for a free workshop with Why Not Stitching, I think it's called. This project is going to be of a robin, and it is a beginner embroidery project, and I think that I am extra motivated to do this one. I have all the colors that I need. I just need to pick them out of here because I've already put them away, and it would only require... So this is the pattern, and I think it's a really, really beautiful design. I think that it's going to be really pretty, and the robin is my favorite bird that comes, it's a tie between the robins and the, I'm not sure what the name is in English, but mésanges in French, and then blackbirds for their song. Because the mésanges are really beautiful colors, but then the robin is also beautiful, a little bit more subtle in color, but the most curious and the most intelligent seeming. I noticed that the ones in my garden typically sort of play hide and seek with me, like they kind of spy on me and they're less timid around me when I'm in the garden working. They'll come and sort of stand there and watch me and sort of flit around and keep an eye on me, whereas all the other birds sort of ignore me or fly away. So yeah, I really want to make this little robin. I think it'd be a really beautiful house decoration. And I have this piece of leftover linen fabric. I think it's a linen and viscose blend, but it has a pretty good sort of weight to it and not too much of a tight or loose weave, so I think it'll be the perfect weight. So I just want to really quickly trace that out now. Yeah, I can see through the linen. That'll be fine. I won't need to put it up against the window because I have no light anyway. It's been so gloomy. It is 3:30 in the afternoon. And it feels like the sun's just about to go down, which is kind of true, but still, it's been like this for hours. I'm so excited for the sun in California. Sunlight. Anyway, I'm going to trace that out now, and then I will be finished packing for my trip, and I have the craziest idea. I haven't made myself anything for Christmas, and that is rare. I usually really love to mark occasions with a sewing project, and I wanted to make a dress, but that's not going to be possible. That would take hours and hours and hours. I would need at least a week. And then I wanted to make a velvet skirt, bias cut velvet skirt, and then I thought, that's not very practical. I'm going to have to fold it up and everything, and velvet will get crushed easily in my luggage, unfortunately. But I really want to make a Christmas sweater. This is, I'm not sure, oh, it's turning up much more purple on camera. It's not that purple. It's, well, maybe it is in this light. It's a little bit more red and more light. It's sort of like this hot pinky purple red burgundy color. And I think it would make the perfect Christmas sweater. I want to make the Seamwork Callen sweater. I've made it in exactly this fabric that I'm also bringing with me in a marled gray fabric. And it's the exact same fabric. It's a wool and polyester blend. And I love my gray version. I wear it all the time, and so I figured I will probably not wear this as often because it's this bright berry pink or bright berry burgundy. But I think it kind of goes with my coloring, right? I think it's okay. And the Seamwork Callen sweater sews up pretty quickly. I think I can get it done. I lied. It's not 3:30. It's 4. But I'm finished packing, right? All I have to do is wash my hair tonight and eat dinner. That's fine. I'm gonna go for it. But because it's going to be rushed, I probably won't be able to say goodbye. This is probably the last time that I will be speaking directly to the camera. So I wanted to wish you all a very, very happy holiday season, a lovely winter solstice, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and all the best for the new year, because I probably won't see you again until after the new year. Let me know what your end of year celebrations or traditions or what you have planned, even if it's just relaxing at home. I hope you are all doing well. Take care and bye-bye.